What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. A lot of things on the show tonight, which is actually a pretty good show, I should say. I guess leading the Slammiversary and whatnot, see what's going to go on there. We do kick off the show with Don Callis and Kenny Omega entering Skyway Studios. Callis and Omega were trying to get through, but they said that I guess Callis had to take the jobber's entrance or whatnot. Basically, they got stopped by the doorman, and you guys aren't allowed to enter the EVP entrance anymore. Callis is just now a talent. He's not an executive vice president anymore. Callis basically was pissed off, and everything this man's done for this company, they should do as they please and whatnot. They end up walking past the doorman, just kind of leaving him there then. So yeah, Callis pissed off at what's going on. Next, we have Rosemary go against Kiera Hogan. I guess they're next to the tag titles. I know that, but I know Tasha Steelz is out there, even Havoc to some extent getting involved, coming out there. Good match and whatnot. Rosemary ended up getting the win with the wing clipper after that. So, yes, they are still going for the titles. Most likely, probably the belts will be on the line by Slammiversary. I could see that happening, but I don't really see them winning it from Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz at the same time either. Next, Tommy Dreamer was being interviewed. Talked about, Callis being fired and whatnot. And, he doesn't like to see somebody lose their job, but Don Callis deserved, and he got himself into his own termination and whatnot. Scott D'Amore came in and agreed with him of everything that was going on, and Dreamer says he's helping the company for its best interest, and say he's going to be a consultant now. It's D'Amore, which Scott D'Amore looked kind of pissed off then with Dreamer having that position too. Next, Deonna Purrazzo went against Susan. Since Deonna has dropped both Susan and Kimberly, the match was pretty good, but I like the finish though of it. Honestly, given that they did a superplex and Deonna basically rolled her, or transition rolled into a armbar into the whole butterfly submission. Looked cold as hell. I will say that. So at least they're making Deonna look like a killer again. It looks like, instead of being the usual chicken shit heel, they've been kind of playing on against her and whatnot. But I guess Kimberly tried to stop it, but Deonna saying she was done with both of them then right after that. So it technically was heel versus heel here, but yeah, Deonna dropping both of them and just basically breaking away, going back on her own, being the dominant heel and whatnot. So pretty good. Like I said, I like the finish though. They went to Swingers Palace then with Willie Mack and Rich Swann coming there. Which Rich Swann, I gotta say, man, like this dude must have amnesia or something, because I swear, like he's really still happy-go-lucky. It's like he gets his ass kicked by Morrissey and he loses the titles to Omega. I know he couldn't. They say he couldn't challenge for the title right now and everything, but man, it's just like he just goes back to being happy-go-lucky Swan and not have a care in the world after he got his ass kicked a couple times too. And TJP and Fallah Bob were there. I guess since Mac and Swan are kind of in the tag division right now, I guess there's going to be a match soon enough with both of these teams. So we'll see what goes on with that. Don Callis talking to Tommy Dreamer, saying like, how do we have a tag match? Okay, listen, the Elite basically versus any guys Dreamer's choosing. Okay, which Dreamer end up agreeing with, and Callis said, look forward to ending your career and whatnot. Trey Miguel and P. Williams went against Raju and Mahabla Shira. Obviously, this is leading to this whole Ultimate X match coming up because Ace and Rohit are trying to form an alliance and whatnot, and Rohit and them got the win, basically distraction, beating P. Williams. Next, Ace Austin and Fulton came out then, basically beating them up then. Josh Alexander tried to come for the save, but the numbers advanced took him down. Chris Bay showed up, which, Miguel and them joined, told him, like, you with us or against them and whatnot. Chris Bay, look, he wanted the help, but he had to stand there and just, like, take a selfie of himself and whatnot. So he hasn't picked a side of whose side he's on right now. Chris Bay basically on his own. But yeah, at least it's leaning into Ultimate X though, and Ace and Rohit, they're using their heavies to basically take everybody out. Next, Tommy Dreamer's talking to Sami Callihan about joining the team, saying that's why he wanted him to join and whatnot. Callihan saying he agreed because he wanted to get his hands on Omega. Moose saying I'm in also. And Dreamer says, all right, cool. You guys need a third partner then, I guess. And Moose wouldn't like it, but Sammy said, like, what's the fun in that, knowing the partner right now? Why you always got to play by the rules? Next, Rachel Ellering was cutting a promo, talking about she's been feeling guilty and not seeing the red flags with her, tag team with Jordan Grace right now. She has Grace to come to the ring. As Rachel basically is hoping that, we can work together through this. Listen, we won the tag titles. It was one of the proudest moments of her life. And, talked about she was at the lowest point in her life a year ago. but now she's back up now, and it was very hard to get through that next day. But people around her, helped her from the darkness and whatnot, put her in a pool of positivity. Um, El Ring basically say, it's good as it is. Just didn't like being the negative and whatnot. Rachel basically said, listen, I know I'm trying to smut you into the pool and with the apologies and whatnot, but with the whole thing with Tennille Dashwood and Tasha Steeles, which basically Grace got pissed off about Tennille being brought up, saying, I don't give a damn about that. Grace basically said, I've done a lot in this company. All right. I beat the longest reigning knockouts champion in this company. I've competed against the men in the ultimate in X division. I've been in an Iron Woman match. Okay. I've done a lot in this company. I've been the champion. As Rachel said, listen, man, don't mean it like that. But, talked about Tennille, which Grace said, where you go, you're bringing her up again. I'm going to drop you on your head if you do it. Next thing you know, Jazz shows up then. We haven't seen her in a minute. Jazz saying, like, listen, all right, let's let cool heads prevail. We can lead this to great things. This can still be a team and whatnot. Just going through a hurdle right now. And say, Jordan Grace's ego may be getting in the way of it. And, it's both of our issues, as Rachel basically went on. Listen, we were the shortest reigning champions, okay? But we can get those belts back. As it's just a hurdle. It's the start of a journey. We can just move forward and whatnot. Basically, Jazz said the ball's in Jordan Grace's court. Grace basically went on to say, I need time to think about this. Next, Tennille Dashwood and Caleb came out basically saying you guys want a team and whatnot, and Tennille said some other stuff until Rachel said, no, I'm not your team. It's a no. It's a hard no. It never will be. But I do want to face you as an opponent, though. And the next, it's kind of a brawl out there, and Jazz ended up punching Caleb in, which they sent Caleb and Dashwood package. So really great segment, though. Obviously, this has been a slow heel turn with Jordan Grace turning heel, but she's definitely turning heel. Most likely, we'll probably just take out both Rachel Ellering and Jazz at some point in time. But really good segment, though, and whatnot in this slow heel turn for Jordan Grace. Sam Beal went against Jake something. I like the Brian Myers Sam Beal segments. Those are pretty funny. Jake something got the win, but Myers said, hey man, take notes, all right? Do not do anything Jake something does, all right? Be different from him. Eddie Edwards and Kojima are back until in the back area for their tag match until, Mac and Swan came in saying, once you win, we get the first tag title shot. Because in the main event, we did have Violent by Design, Joe Doring and Dina versus Eddie Edwards and Satoshi Kojima for the tag team titles. Really good match to end off the show. I liked it. It wasn't bad. Doring, we don't see a lot in the ring, but it was, like I said, the guy is really good, okay? But I did enjoy this tag team match. At least they've kind of given Violent by Design a pretty good win. I know they've been taking a couple L's here and there lately, but, with Doring and Diener out there, not a bad match. I know that, who did get the pin? Yeah, Eddie ended up taking the pin after he hit, like, after Joe Doring reversed the Boston Knee Party, and he hit the big Revolution Power Bomb for the win. So, yeah, Violent by Design celebrated. I don't know if this is the end of, Kojima's excursion right here, right now. I'm sure he's on while in Impact. I still want to see some bigger name talents from New Japan come into Impact. We had a lot of New Japan talent lately. We've had Kojima here. We've had El Phantasmo here. We've had... Wow, what other New Japan guys have been around lately? I know now Rocky was on some other stuff. I know it's probably been. I think it's been at least a couple more New Japan guys that have been on Impact lately. I think they have, or maybe it's the ones I already kind of just know off the top of my head. But I'm sure people are waiting for some bigger names to come in. Okada, that's just a big question mark in the air right now. But like I said, we have a partnership again with this company, so I think all is forgiven at this point. Some are still maybe saying Naito, or maybe some other Bullet Club members, or I don't know, Tanahashi, or Jay White, or Shingo Takagi, or others. I would say Ospreay, but Ospreay's hurt right now. So, I don't know. Maybe they probably will bring some bigger name for New Japan by Slammiversary. That's what I would expect to happen. But still, a really good tag team match with Violent by Design retain the tag team titles. But a really good show overall. Nothing too high, nothing too low. Solid action out there. Pretty good episode. Heard some stories and whatnot. And we'll see what goes on from that in the next week, okay? But other than that, like I said, comment, subscribe, find me on Twitter at Hoodie9890. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.